the Alaska Band-Aid. I gotta say, this was a fun video to make. Looking back, seeing these 3 final walls come up, seeing the cabin take shape, it's just so cool. It's also been really fun to share the project, to have people reach out with support and suggestions. I'm so grateful for the feedback I've gotten. A few people pointed out some mistakes and things I could do better, and because of that, I'm gonna have a better building. So, thank you. I'm eternally grateful. And keep it coming. I'm a novice, I'm a rookie. This is the first building I've ever built. So please, let me know if you see anything, mistakes, or just things I could do better. Tips you've learned in the field. With that, I'll quit yammering. We can get on to framing up these final 3 walls and starting to see the shape of the cabin. If you enjoyed the video, I would love it if you showed your support with the like button. If you want to see how the cabin turns out, or you just enjoy watching somebody struggle to build through harsh conditions, hit the subscribe button and don't miss an episode. So to mark up this first board, this bottom plate, instead of marking every 16 with a tape, I'm just going to line it up with this other floorboard and go off of those. Might be a little unnecessary or a little tricky where we have jack studs that are off, or I guess it would be king studs that are off 16, but might be a time saver. Alright, so you can see we got the top plate and bottom plate framed up with our outermost studs. And then I put in the 4 cripples for the one window on this wall. The idea here is that it'll be light enough that I can raise it, while it'll still roughly keep its shape. And then the wall's short enough that I can do the rest of the framing on a ladder. Added 2 more full-length studs to add a little rigidity for that pivot. I think the jack studs were a bad idea. The good news is I think they're just going to fall off. I'm sure I've thought of everything this time. I think I'm going to do the main 16 full-length 10-footers first, and then go and do the jack from the window second. I might even just do those, the big boys, and then do the wall that's behind the camera. That way I at least have structure on 3 of the 4 sides. And I would feel more comfortable with that overnight with the winds, the storms. Yeah, we're going to try this toenail process. can actually start to feel what the structure is going to be like, which is so cool. You know, I've been thinking about designs, looking at computer screens, sketching for years, honestly. So it's really cool to be standing here, seeing it come together. It also means I can make better informed decisions. So we've got this side wall, and I've got a window that is 2 feet tall, I think, maybe 27 inches. Hold. Yeah, 24 inches tall by 47 inches wide picture window. And along this side wall, I plan on having kind of a built-in bench that'll be storage and also kind of like a couch. And then along this front wall, we've got 2 9-foot tall windows with a wood stove that's going to be right between them. So it'll be a nice place to lounge with the wood stove and these 2 big windows. Now I want the picture window on this wall to be something that you can look out while you're sitting or laying, maybe you have your feet up on a fire, back towards this wall. So instead of just looking at SketchUp and imagining what that might look like, I can just simulate it. Not even simulate it, just see what it's like. So I've got my handy little tote. I've got kind of marked out where the window's going to be, and let's have a seat. But yeah, that's just dandy. I think I like that. It is not going to be the best for if you're standing. It's going to be a little low, so you're going to be kind of looking at the ground. But when you're sitting there, or sitting kind of over in the kitchen area, I think that's going to be a great height. Plus, those jack studs, cripple studs, are offcuts. So I've got 4 already. 4. So we've got those offcuts ready. They're 27 inches. Put them in, bring up this window, and we've got 3 out of 4 walls. It's so cool. I'm having so much fun. Yeah, I mean, this project has been 90% fun, 10% crippling, stress and anxiety. I'm a pretty anxious person anyways. And there've been times where I've been driving home thinking, you know, what the heck have I got myself into? Am I up for this? Am I capable of this? Am I capable of this? I don't know yet. But every big step like this that is daunting and scary to start, that you start to see progress on, builds that confidence. And that's why we're doing it, is to learn, to build something new, to build something special, to build something that'll last. So yeah, I guess that's my soapbox for the day. Feels good. Well, the rain's picking back up again, and we're running out of daylight. So I think I'm going to call it a day at this point. My plan now is just get this thing braced up again, get the tarp over the main floor, and go put on dry clothes. Maybe have a fire in the fireplace at home tonight. All in all, pretty good day. Before framing up the final wall, I'm just doing one more pass to square everything up. We have gone a little bit out of square over the past couple days. Specifically the main front wall, the right half, the half with the big windows, is leaning out a little bit. And it's really obvious on the top plate. They're kind of, you know, they're not meeting up flush. In a way, that's good news because the window on this wall, I checked before leaving yesterday and it was not square. But the way it's kind of, the way the trapezoid bends, pulling this wall closer is going to bend it square. So that makes sense. And for that wall is square, which also makes sense because that half of the wall is plum. So left side of the big wall is plum, right side of the big wall, not plum, left side wall, square, right side wall, not square. So to fix this, I've got a little bit of a winch system set up. Got this big 2x6 wedged in underneath the cabin. And that's wedged between the ground and the floor. And then have some straps going over to the windows, which I can just crank one click at a time until we pull the wall level. Hello. Of all the saws, falling things, sharp things I work with, it's just one of the little staples that holds on the price tag, falling like an inch. Cuts you open. The Alaska Band-Aid. got 4 walls. Number 4 still needs to be squared, brought into shape, but hey, we got 4 walls. Write that down because I have the short-term memory of a goldfish. Yeehaw! 4 square.